Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this song is so short it might not even make YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate you. If you're not watching it on YouTube, that means you're on Patreon. I appreciate y'all. And if you're watching it on YouTube, consider joining Patreon. Y'all get exclusive content like this. But we got the Kid Laroi. He's been MIA for a minute. Not MIA, but he's kind of just been on hiatus. He's between albums, just like anybody else. Between albums, you couldn't tour in COVID time. So I'm excited to see what we're getting now that we're getting new Laroi. The Kid Laroi is one of those artists where like they are so young. Think about what your life was like from the time you were 16 to 25. Like think about how much that changed. So imagine that for the Kid Laroi, but also his fan base and like finding himself and then like all the struggles and all the things that come along with that. So I expect his music to evolve. I hope it does. I hope we get something cool. Guys, follow us over on stream. If y'all guys want to be a part of the content, you get to see your name right here in the future kind of thing. And you get to be a part of the discussion. And we do music reactions. We do all kinds of reactions and reviews and all that on stream on Twitch. It's much more relaxed and flexible on Twitch than it is on YouTube. That's why we stream over there. So consider that. Like I said, also consider joining Patreon. But thirdly, we got a second channel, which we're going to go hard on this year. If y'all guys want to see like funny reactions, cringe, like all these different type of things, that's for the second channel. So all these links are in the description. Give that a subscribe. But other than that, we got a 1.5-minute long song. See what we got. I'm always kind of weird about putting intros out.
I reminisce on the last Christmas I spent with my mom and my dad. I'm so tripping, wishing that I could go back.
I like the melody.
Know what I'm missing, it's a mystery, oh, how to forget. I'm not a magician, I try fixing shit that I can't. Memories make me sick, I hope the past the hardest that it gets. Mama said she drinking to forget. I told my mama, save your son and sip. Trying to slow my breath and get a grip. I think life is harder than in death. There in heaven, I'm the one that's left. I did things that I knew.
Bro, this is actually pretty fire. Now, I'm not saying that like condescending way. I'm just saying like I didn't know what to expect from his sound and his evolution. But if this is the way the next album is going to sound, I'm here for this. It's still so the Kid Laroi has always had pain in his lyrics, right? But this is like a different kind of, it sounds like a more mature way of songwriting for pain that he's experienced in his life than what it used to be.
I'm the one that's left. I did things that I knew were wrong, but time just keeps moving on. No matter which way I run, I can't go back to the way it was. I broke bones and I shed some blood. Time took a few friends I love. No matter which way I run, I can't go back to the way it was. Now.
Hey, yo.
To the way it was now. I swear I can't go back to the way it was now. Whoa. I can't go back to the way it was now.
We're gonna have to run that back. It sounds like the Kid Laroi, if he was locked in a room and was only allowed to listen to 808 and Heartbreak. It's just an intro, so we're not gonna, it's only a minute and a half, so we're not gonna get like a crazy beat drop. But if this is like the opening paragraph of an essay, which would be the album, and the opening paragraph is supposed to give you context of what you're about to listen to or what you're about to read, I'm gonna hear it again real quick. It left you wanting diversity in the song. Is lacking something, and I'll give you that. But it's also a 1.5 minutes, and it's an intro. Most intros are going to be lacking something because it's just like and now presenting the Kid Laroi, whatever the fuck.
I reminisce on the last Christmas I spent with my mom and my dad. I'm so tripping, wishing that I could go back. To know what I'm missing, it's a mystery.
Bro, just the like the sonic landscape. There's a better word for it than that. The atmosphere that those synth chords are just like hitting right now in the back. Sounds heavenly over these lyrics, which are sad.
Fixing shit that I can't. Memories make me sick. I hope the past the hardest that it gets. Mama said she drinking to forget. I told my mama, save your son and sip. Trying to slow my breath and get a grip. I think life is harder than in death. There in heaven, I'm the one that's left. I did things that I knew were wrong, but time just keeps moving on. And no matter which
You know what I also appreciate, which maybe might be, it could just be because it's the intro of the album or whatever's coming, but the Kid Laroi normally, at least in the past, leans very heavily into vibrato. And I could never decide if he was using it as like a crutch or if he was using it artistically, but he's taken vibrato completely out of this song. Sometimes vibrato helps whenever you're like reaching high notes because you're not sustaining the note like just at that one level. So it makes it a little easier to hit notes like that, or it like hides mistakes kind of, but he's not using vibrato in this song. That might also be what makes it sound a little more mature. So with his other songs, I'm just like, damn, this song is sad as fuck. That's all that I feel. Like, I just feel like, damn, this is sad. But this song, I don't feel like, damn, this is sad. I feel like, damn, this is regretful and melancholic, and it's almost more sad than just feeling sad. These drums though, for sure sound like 808 and Heartbreak, and they even sound kind of John Bellion-ish. The Kid Laroi on John Bellion production might be fire, to be honest. It also seems kind of very quadeca. Very tribal, raw, emotional. Can't go back to the way it was now. If we get that, but like obviously with more behind it, like for actual full-length songs, I'm not gonna have no complaints. I'm not gonna have any complaints. What were the mixtapes, like the 1, 2, and 3? What were they called? That was the last thing that I reviewed from him. It was the one where Stay was on, I think, with Justin Bieber. Okay, yeah, so the Fuck Love series, like I need that sound to, it's harsh to say for it to be over, but I feel like that sound has run its course. That sound has run its course. That's the sound that I feel like when Juice WRLD took him under as a protege, that's the sound that he created with Juice WRLD, and that's why a lot of people are calling him, oh, you know, he's just a good Juice WRLD copycat, yada yada yada. I don't give a fuck about that. That is not true at least in my mind, that's not true. But that sound that he created with Juice WRLD, it was very leaned in the direction of Juice WRLD. So it almost sounded like the Kid Laroi he was on a bike, but he had training wheels in the back. But this right here sounds like he's turning into his own artist. He still has the heavy foundation that was his collaboration with Juice WRLD, but this song sounds more Justin Bieber than it does Juice WRLD. I'm not saying that Kid Laroi is trying to be Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is probably he's the artist in my mind that had a evolution in his music as he got older and more mature, that I can say like a clear black and white cut difference. Like, this is old Justin Bieber, this is new Justin Bieber. So I think that like the Kid Laroi using the Juice WRLD cosign as the platform to jump off, and now he's becoming the Kid Laroi. And that's really what I want. I want him to be the Kid Laroi. I don't want him to be Juice WRLD's protege for his entire career. I want him to be the Kid Laroi. And I feel like this is a good first step in that direction.